Friday. It's another beer review, and we have two very special guests. We have Matt over
one is
here.
More special than the other, I think.
And we have Kyle. Nope. Over there. Man, one day, like, my brain's going to work right. I'm just like, you can't even make both fingers go.
You got to watch more Brady Bunch to get this down right.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. So what we have today is a 4-way mystery beer review, courtesy of Maxx. So I'm going to give the quick abridged story. Maxx was going to send a giant box of mystery beers to all of us, and then we were all going to do them together. And then our box got lost. Somebody at UPS is drinking really good beer right now. So Kyle and Matt did a few already. And then Maxx was able to, he dropped off a humongous box, 2 humongous boxes of beer, and then also had number 5 and number 8 still, so that he was able to give it. So now we can do number 5 and number 8, and we're going to do number 8 right now, which is a cute little baby can. I love these 8-ounce cans so much.
They're my favorite. Like, honestly, they're my favorite. It's like I feel like you ever see that picture of Andre the Giant? I feel like Andre the Giant, man.
Where'd Kyle go?
He's now massive beers.
Awkward. Kyle, you still there?
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you. You just can't see video. You just see my logo.
Oh,
I was gone.
He must have got kicked from
there he
something
is.
there.
We're
But
back.
just the logo, but not no video. But
Yeah, I don't know why it won't let me use my camera.
Oh,
Wait.
you were there. You're there.
There you go.
We're good.
Weird.
You're back.
It's not 8 o'clock and Shanice is fucking with your shit, is she?
That's weird. All right, let's open the beer.
Let's do it. Ooh, I was expecting stout. Not gonna lie. Ooh, I got a whiff of it.
Oh,
I already know
so
what it is, by the way.
What do you
I already
mean?
know what there is. I know what it is.
How?
He didn't tell me, but I know what it is.
Okay.
I have a theory.
Because I'm really good. I'm really good at guessing things. I already know what this beer is. Now, there's variants within this beer, so I can't tell you for sure what it is, but I know what it is.
I'm intrigued, but okay.
I think I know where Matt's going with it.
I don't have a clue. This beer is burnt orange, sunburnt orange. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, kind of like it's kind of like, you know, in your Christmas and you go through your local market and they have that like homemade apple cider kind of vibe going on.
Ah, that's a very good way to put that.
Very apple cidery.
I also look at this and I think of like making like caramel in a pan as the sugar's melting.
Yeah.
That's another good one too. Yeah.
Because you know we say, oh, caramel, the caramel color. This is what caramel kind of looks like for real. Not candy.
I'm kind of bummed because mine's a little bit too cold. I got to warm it up. I have I don't know where you guys keep your beers, but I have like a beverage cooler that like holds like, it's like pretty much every beverage cooler everybody has, but there's like this weird secondary shelf that's like you can fit small cans on, and I forgot that it keeps that area is by far the coldest area of the fridge. So this thing is probably closer to 40. My fridge is typically 48 degrees. So yeah.
I took mine out of my main fridge and I put it in the stout fridge, meaning to take it out earlier, and I didn't. So mine's relatively chilly too.
I wonder what this beer smells like.
Let's get his nose. Yeah, thanks, Kyle. I keep forgetting it's.
Jesus, that is a powerful nose.
Matt, are you still thinking the same beer?
Oh, I know what it is, dude. I'm telling you right now.
It's like.
Don't say anything, Kyle. If you know anything, don't say anything.
Candied oranges?
I get like a marmalade.
Marmalade.
Yeah. Almost like it's not like a hot toddy apple cinnamon thing, but I like I could talk myself into that as far as like if you made it cold.
Yeah, there's a little bit of there's like a cinnamon vibe going on with it.
But it's rich. I mean, this is like,
oh yeah,
this is what I would imagine like Charles Dickens like peanut brittle would be like. You know what I mean? Like it's just some kind of like weird like English super sweet toffee kind of thing going on.
Yeah, there's definitely that sort of toffee caramel thing big time in here as well. For sure.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, nose-wise, I'd say English strong ale, barley wine type. I'm not sure. I'm not going to go barrel. I'm not going barrel aged yet by the nose. Not getting too much barrel. You guys want to get a taste?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Thanks, Max.
Man, I love that fucking beer. It's like eating grandma candy while sucking on a fucking dusty book.
That's exactly what this is. Interesting.
Sucking on a dusty book.
We've all been there. That orange marmalade, there is a little bit of like an orange tinge to what Matt said. I'll add on to what Matt said. I agree with that. But you get just a little bit of this orange tinge.
It does have a sort of old timey candy thing as well. It really does. Like it's a really interesting beer. I've never had this. I've never had it this way. For sure, I never had it. I know it.
I have.
Yeah, it has this like the yeast phenolic, the way it comes off, and it has age on it. I'll tell you right now, this is not brand new. This is like it's a combination of age and the yeast, and it comes off, like I said, the dusty book thing. It's like a musty basement kind of thing. You know what I mean? When you drink it, it's like, have you ever smelled like a really old book that sat in somebody's basement or attic, and then it's experienced like a seasons to where it's gotten warm and cold, moist and dry, back and forth a bunch of times? It has that characteristic in it, you know.
It has a spicy caliber to it too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm never gonna be able to not think about sucking on a dusty book, because that's definitely sucking on a dusty book.
And here's the best part about that what explanation. I said that with all love and appreciation of my heart. It's not a negative thing. People are like, "Oh, that sounds disgusting," and be like, "Well, you don't know about sucking on dusty books then, because that's what it tastes."
No, it's good. Like it has that, and I like. Yeah, I totally get what you mean by that. But yeah, this is. Does it have peppers in it?
No, it's a super spicy, herbally British hop. It's like Kent Golding or Fuggle. It's like literally like think about, okay, add a sucking on a wet cold tea bag to that book, and that's what you're getting.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of sort of like a apple or a pear kind of skins a little bit on this as well. But it does remind me a little bit of sort of like an old timey kind of a candy. It's very sweet. It's not as syrupy as I expected by the nose. The body's a little thinner than I expected. But I mean, this is really, really delicious.
It is. It's I keep going back to the marmalade thing you said, Kyle, but like it has the barley wine, or this is a barley wine. That's what I'm thinking. But it's got and then it has this extra, the marmalade's there, and then it has that spiciness, and it has this like extra oomph at the end of like booze. Like you can just get like strict booze. It's almost like if you made like a drink with like vodka, marmalade, maybe some cinnamon, and like shook it together.
Yeah, like I said earlier, like almost like a cold, like a chilled hot toddy kind of vibe.
Yeah, if you warm this up, yeah. Right, like this. I think if you warm this up, this could be hot toddy territory, or this would be a really good base for like a beer cocktail.
Yeah. Like like a muddled old fashioned beer, you know, kind of thing. Yeah. I love this beer. I've had this beer a billion times, and I love it. And every time I have it, I forget how much I love it. And then every time I have it, I'm ecstatic that I have it. That's what I'm saying.
It's fucking awesome, and I can't wait for it to warm up. But should we start guessing what we think it is. Well, the three of us, not Matt.
Well,
Matt
yeah,
clearly knows.
everybody. Well, here's the thing, and I'm going to tell you this right now. I wasn't told what this beer is. I just through Sherlock Holmesy deduction and through guessing, I assumed this was this beer, and I'm right. It's not like somebody told me what it was. You know what I mean?
So you purposely went out though and tried to figure out what it was?
Well, only because, like, kind of. Well, no, not purposely. I just kind of, when it was sent and when this beer came out, and there's some unique characteristics I'll talk about after we're done. Okay. But you guys can all guess, and then I'll tell you if you're right.
All right.
The only thing I don't know is one thing specific. I don't want to give it away.
All right. I'm going to go 11% English style barley wine with orange peel. I'm not even going to look at Matt. I don't even want to know. I don't want to see.
Oh, I got a poker face, man. I ain't gonna give you shit.
I'm pretty sure I know what this is, so I'll let Mike go.
I'm gonna go English strong ale. I'm gonna go 9.5%.
So I don't know the ABV of the beer I think this is, but I think it's in that 10 to 11% range. I won't say the name yet, but Matt. So
No,
wait,
say
this
it.
guy's good. I
Say
want to
it.
ask Matt a question.
Sure.
So you guys are good with what you said?
Do you want me to take my headphones out?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
No,
go ahead.
no. So Matt, is the thing you don't know about if this is barrel aged or not?
Yes and no.
Okay.
There's two things I don't know. I don't know age and I don't know barrel.
Did
But I'll speak to it.
I think I gifted you a version of this beer.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask a question. Is it always in
Sure.
this format?
No,
Okay.
no, no.
So there's
That's
a chance.
That's why
so
it
there's a
clues
chance
me
you've
in.
had it then. So there's
No, you've never had this. There's a chance you've had this beer before, but you probably haven't.
Okay.
But it's never been in this format before, and that's one of the reasons why I know what it is.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't think it's barrel aged.
I'm leaning towards.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. I don't get barrel. If it has barrel, I would be surprised by the barrel. But they have aged the beer. I think this is in barrels many times. I just don't think this is one of them.
Yeah. You want to know what it is?
Well, let's just open it. Let's just unwrap it.
Well, I got to say it first. That way I look cooler. It's a 2015 or 2016 JW Lee's Harvest Ale. I don't think it's barrel aged, but if it is, it's a port or sherry wine one. But I don't think it's either. I think it's a 2016 JW Lee's barley wine.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this.
Oh, interesting.
And it's the Calvados cast. So I was wrong
2015.
even on. Yeah, 2015, but it's the Calvados cast. I didn't think it was going to be the Calvados is actually apple brandy. That's what that means.
Wait,
Oh, we all have different
Where do
ones.
you
That's
see
the best
Calvados?
part. No, we all have different ones.
Oh shit!
We all have the same beer, but different variants of it. You have the base. You have the base, Sean.
Kyle and Mike have the same.
No, okay,
Yeah,
port.
we have-
Okay, I have the Calvados cask,
Mine's
I
2015.
and both of you guys are 2015 too, Mike and Sean, or Mike and Mike and
2016.
It looks like
Okay,
we had the exact same one.
I would have sworn this was actually, and that's why you guys had the port casks. I would have sworn mine was the sherry or port because they do both the sherry and port. So you're talking about a fortified wine. This had an extra sweetness to it. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get it, but yeah, I know. Like I feel bad because he sent it off, and when me and Max were talking, I said, "Yeah, I can't wait to get to that fucking 8-ounce JW Lee's." Like I wrote that to him without even saying anything. He's like, "How do you know what it is?" I'm like, "I fucking know, dude." I'm like, "I know where you live." I'm like, "I know what you buy. I know what the fuck it is." And he's like, "I'm not telling you shit." You know what I mean? And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." And he's like, "And if I did, I'm not going to tell you because who knows? Maybe it's different." You know what I mean? So the way he was talking, I was like, "Yeah, whatever." But I knew. I just kind of knew what it was.
So
And the
wait,
second
they started brewing this, and then they started canning this, like the 2015 vintages of it.
No, this is the really cool part about this. So JW Lee's is from England.
Mhm.
And what they started doing is, you know, JW Lee's has been doing like vintages of this beer forever. You know what I mean? Like I have like, that's a 1997, that's a 2001, that's a 1998. Like it's one of my favorite beers of all time. And JW Lee's is from Manchester, I believe, right? Manchester. They're from Manchester. And they would do those bottles and they would send them out in the world. Well, Be United, which is a distributor by you guys, kind of closer to you guys, or OEC is the name of the brewery they own, but they actually have a distribution company called Be United.
Yep.
They've distributed JW Lee's for years and years and years, but they also do a bunch of other European-based beers. So if you guys seen, like, there's a smoked brewery from over in Austria, Germany called Enkeler Schleckler, and they make a bunch of like smoked Marzens.
That's the beer I was talking about earlier, Mike.
And they start seeing, and now you'll start seeing them in cans in the United States.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing that they're doing with this. What they're doing, instead of importing cans, because all that beer is in bottles over in Europe, they're having them ship cargo containers with vats in them.
Yep. I've heard that.
And they're actually canning this stateside. So they're taking like a tanker truck full of this, and then they're canning it so it holds up way better. So they basically got like a fermenter full of this, brought it to Connecticut, and then made these little itty bitty cans and put them out themselves. So that's why these exist here now in these little cans, because Be United is doing that.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Well, this beer is freaking great, but I don't understand. Like, if they're distributing this in Connecticut, why don't we get? Well, then again, it doesn't matter because
you might not have. It might be available. You just don't see it.
No, we don't get OEC either, which is the weirdest thing ever. Because I had a buddy send me OEC from North Carolina. They shipped down to North Carolina, and then he shipped it up to me because we just don't get it in Mass.
But we don't get OEC by me, but we get Be United. Be United is like Shelton Brothers. Like they're one of the largest distributors in the whole country. So you've had Be United distributed beers before, but I never see OEC. Like rarely, very rarely. But this I see all the time. You know what I mean? Like because they're
this doesn't look familiar like whatsoever.
Yeah.
But
so,
I know this much knowing about it now, if I'm going to be looking for it, because this is really outstanding.
Yeah.
It's honestly the yeast profile in this is so bonkers. Like it's like that, all that weird, funky kind of like almost sour, but it's not sour, but it's like that's all their yeast profile, which is one of my favorite because it's like electric. It's so vibrant and crazy, but at the same time drinkable. And it's like this thing's what 12%, and it's drinking like 11.5, and it's drinking like water. Like there's just like no heat whatsoever.
This is definitely gonna be on the lookout for this. This is ridiculously good. But yeah, down in the comments, has anyone had JW Lee's Harvest Ale and which vintage? Because clearly there's multiple ones. And Max, dude, this was fucking fun. Like, and I'm glad that you sent all different ones because that kind of made it even more interesting. Even though Matt kind of knew what was going on with it. But wait, so Matt, what was yours?
Mine is basically the same exact beer as you guys. It's a 2015, but it was aged in Calvados cask, which Calvados is a fancy way of saying apple brandy barrels.
Gotcha. Isn't that a fancy way to also say cognac? Well, no, I guess brandy is cognac, but either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Check out Matt. Where can we find you?
Matt's Beers. Type it in.
Cool. Kyle.
No hype beer reviews. Type it in.
And you can find Mike and I at nerdsense.net from there, all of our spots. And
type it in though.
Yeah, you gotta type it in. You gotta type it in nerdsense.net.
Or you can use the text to speak thing too. You don't have to technically.
Yeah. Hey Siri, find me Nerdsense, and she's probably gonna pull up something completely unrelated. But probably just broke something. But anyways, I'm Sean. That's Mike. Oh, we're doing this new thing now, but now it's
I'm Matt.
Yeah.
I'm Kyle.
This is Nerdsense.
Beer tube.
Bam! Beer. Oh yeah, right. This is supposed to be. It did it.